know the same mistakes that you're making, but you're going to continue to make it because that impatience and, you know, some FOMO, which is fear of missing out, might set in. What is up, YouTube? It is your boy Mad Trades here, coming to you with another video, and today we're going to be talking about how trading can change you as a person. Trading is, you're going to have a lot of ups, downs, so many emotions when it comes to day trading, and learning how to day trade, especially in the beginning, is very stressful. But I just kind of wrote down some negatives and some positives, because I just don't want to just talk about negatives that come with trading. I want to talk about positives too, but I just wrote down some negatives that I've encountered as I've been on this journey day trading, and as I got to the point where I'm making money in the markets, and some positives that I have learned to take away from day trading. Anyway, let's get into the video. So let's just start with the negatives. One of the negatives that I have on here is it can cause you to become self-isolated. And what I mean by that is, isolation is not a bad thing, but I know, like, when I was day trading and I started out in this industry, day trading, I became very isolated because of I knew that I had to isolate myself from some of the things that I was doing, like, because I really wanted to be successful. And sometimes isolation is a good thing, but too much isolation can be a bad thing. So too much isolation can be a bad thing. If you're gonna isolate yourself, just make sure you do it. Sorry guys, I had to start, my car was getting too hot in here. I had to turn the AC. But yeah, if you're gonna isolate yourself, just make sure you isolate yourself to a certain point. Like, don't be too isolated to where you're not going out mingling with your friends or going out and doing something fun. But there should just be also a boundary of how much isolation, because too much isolation is not good for your mental health. Next thing, lack of sleep. I lost so much sleep in the beginning because, man, like, I was studying non-stop. I was like studying from like 8 a.m., taking minimum breaks, maybe hour tops in between, but studying from like 8 a.m. all the way to like 5 a.m. the next day. Like, I was that committed, guys, to learning this skill. And I promise you that that's what it takes to really install day trading in your head. You have to know, like, hey, I need to study. In the beginning, you need to study. But that is on my negative of list. Sleep is important, but, you know, do it at your own risk if you're gonna stay up and grind. But lack of sleep it could be a negative thing, because if you don't have enough sleep, you're not gonna function. And sometimes, you know, your brain doesn't operate well. But just make sure you're getting enough adequate sleep for yourself when you are learning to day trade. Okay, and we already know the next thing I put on my list was increases levels of stress. Yes, we already know in this game it is stressful. And man, this is supposed to be a mukbang. I'm forgetting to eat the food. Oh yeah, okay. Let me show you. Damn, the fries are a little salty, but I am eating some Freddy's that I picked up. It got some bacon on it, some pickles. I do have some Freddy sauce, and some fries that I'm munching on. So this is a mukbang. Let me go ahead and take the first bite of the mukbang. That's what I got. And that's my first meal. Well, this is my first meal of the day. But anyway, let's get back into it. Like, trading I think, is always going to be something that it's a little stressful. I mean, now I don't really think about it because I've already kind of been through that period. But sometimes it can get stressful when you're like, man, like, that trade didn't hit, or I lost that trade. But obviously, stress is going to be something that everybody in this game encounters. Even professional traders probably is stressful sometimes when they're up in their lot size and emotions come into play. Number 4, anxiety and depression. Yo, anxiety is a big one for me. I don't know if I really ever felt depressed in this game. Maybe a little bit, to a certain degree, because you're like, man, I just really want to be successful at this, especially in your first year trading. Like, first year trading, I wasn't making any money from the market like that. My first year trading, I was learning, making some money, but then losing it, making it, and then losing it. So anxiety and depression is just a big thing, especially with depression. Like, if you are depressed on this journey, guess what? It's okay to take breaks. Now, I'm not saying taking like 2-month breaks, but you know, take a week off. It's okay to take a week off. Don't think about trading, especially when it becomes like you're in a depressive state. Your mental health is more important than money. Remember that. Okay, so this is like number 5. This one is really good. This is one on my list. I put causes impatience. And the reason why I put this is, like, we all want to, like in the beginning especially, you're wanting to get out of your situation. You want to make money. Like, you're wanting to make money so that you can get out your situation, or make money to pay your rent, pay a light bill, pay your car note, pay your insurance. You want those things. So, like, especially when you see at your phone that you can really make money from, especially when you know that you can make money from this device, you're gonna like, man, I want to get out of this situation quick as possible. But when you rush the process, it can also hold you back, which leads to disappointment. So you just want to be mindful of, don't be impatient. If you're impatient, it's gonna be, I'm telling you, it's gonna be so hard for you to be successful in this game. You're gonna keep making the same mistakes. You know what you're doing. You know the same mistakes that you're making, but you're gonna continue to make it because that impatience and, you know, some FOMO, which is fear of missing out, might set in. So those all play a factor. But yeah, have patience in this game. And having no patience is a negative thing that can hold you back. And the next thing that we're gonna talk about is, it can create a short-term mindset. And this kind of deals with the impatience, and they kind of tie in together. So when you have a short-term mindset, especially when you know you can make money from your phone quickly like we can, you can kind of get sidetracked and not look at the long-term goals, like, you know, long-term longevity of this thing. Like, yeah, you can make $1,000 from your phone quickly in a day, depending on what your account size is, and if you can, you know, leverage that type of money. Like, just remember, don't have, like, it's okay to have short-term goals, but don't make everything so short-term, because sometimes you miss the process. Not miss the process, but you kind of need to fall in love with the journey along the way. And long-term goals will help you not be so impatient with the outcome, because sometimes too many short-term goals can lead to a lot of disappointment. So always have long-term goals in this trading game. Trading can cause a sense of desperation. Like, in the beginning, like, you know, you're desperate. You want to make money from this market. And so sometimes you're going to be like, man, this trade might hit. Let me go ahead and over leverage on this trade. Like, let me just, I know my account, I really should be only like, this is an example. Like, just, let's say your account, if I had a $1,000 account and you're like, I'm going to risk 500. Now, we know that's over leveraging, but you're like, man, I'm so desperate to make this trade hit, because the outcome I may end up making like 3 bands, and you probably got a trick lined up, so you become desperate. Don't be desperate in this game, because you definitely not going to be able to succeed like that, and it's going to be very, 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 very difficult for you to grow an account. You're going to keep blowing accounts, and it's just not going to be a good thing. So relax. Don't be desperate. Desperation is really like one of the top negative things that I could think of when I was making this list. Is like, people a lot of times fail because they're too desperate to make money or get out of their situation. So relax, don't be desperate. Let's talk about the positives in day trading. Talk about the positives. And number 1 on my list is obviously can lead to financial success. Like, that's what we're in this game to do. Like, day trading, we want to make money. We want to be successful. We want to be making, it doesn't even have to be full time for you. It can be as far as making extra $5,000 a month on top of the other $5,000 you make from your regular job. Now you're making $10,000 a month. Easy like that. But we just want that type of success in the game. So obviously, you know, a positive would be clearly being successful in this game. And the next thing is day trading for a positive can increase your financial literacy. I feel like as I've been in this game, I've been knowing how, or I've learned how money works, money operates, money flows, and the value of your time for money. And like when I look at certain things and what jobs are paying us, it's like, you're telling me an hour worth of my time is like minimum $16 an hour, $100 and some a day. Like it's like, damn, like for real. So I look at it different. Like when it comes to financial literacy, especially when you're in this game, you start tapping into other avenues that don't even have to deal with day trading, because you're like, man, I'm honestly understanding how money works, money flows. Like, so yeah, so you're gonna gain some financial literacy in this game, and hopefully you do. You're gonna develop discipline and self-control. Without discipline in trading, like this comes down to like risk management, knowing the times you're trading, you're not trading outside the session that you normally trade. Those are all forms of self-discipline that you need in this game. And once you're able to do that in trading, if you can do that in trading, you can do that in all aspects of your life. If you know 5 days out of the week you need to be hitting the gym, you need to be hitting the gym. And I've always slowly started to do that. Like last week, I went to the gym 5 days in a row. Proud of myself. But that's just like where self-discipline comes in. Like you're gonna learn self-discipline, and it's gonna apply to all aspects of your life. Next thing, network opportunities. Obviously, if you're in this industry and you're trading, you're gonna be meeting people who do the same exact thing as you. So networking is like so powerful in this game, because I'm not just a day trader. Like I do stuff with my clothing brand. I also want to do other things too besides day trading and working on my clothing brand. I'm an entrepreneur at heart. So when you get around other people, you're gonna meet people who do other things besides day trading. So network opportunities is a big thing when you day trade and you start reaching out to other people who do the same thing as you. And the last two that I have is you're gonna get a sense of purpose and direction, and which can also lead to you actually having a greater sense of awareness about yourself. So like once you start finding yourself in this trading game, and you find yourself at that point, day trading is gonna expose a lot about yourself that you did not know about yourself mentally, what you can handle and everything. And I feel like once you get over that hump, you start becoming aware of like, man, I can really do this. I can really do that. And it's like from there, the sky's the limit. You done beat the top boss, which is trading whatever, if it's Forex, stocks, crypto, whatever binary stuff, like whatever you're trading, once you get over that hump, you're like, man, I can really do this. And it just gives yourself the most confidence in the world to keep going and keep elevating yourself. But anyway, those are my reasons on how day trading can change you positively and negatively. Hopefully at the end of your journey, you're on the positive end of the side, and those negatives that obviously they will occur, you look back and like, man, I needed to go through that to get to where I am now. Anyway, it's your boy Matt Trades here, signing out. Until the next video, peace.